Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before we dive into today's update, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get into the latest news from the Dodgers. Hey there, Dodgers fans. Today, straight from the heart of Los Angeles, the Dodgers remain one of the most feared forces in Major League Baseball in 2025. This roster is so deep it could go down in history, with a lineup that commands respect from any opposing rotation. Names like Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Teoscar Hernández make up a group that turns every game into a show. But not everything is smooth sailing in the City of Angels. On Monday night against the Miami Marlins, fans held their breath as Teoscar Hernández left the field with a thigh injury. Manager Dave Roberts didn't hide his concern after the game. According to him, Hernández is not the kind of player who leaves a game unless he absolutely can't go on. The atmosphere in the clubhouse was tense as the team waited for test results on Tuesday. If Teoscar is out for an extended period, the Dodgers are already prepared to act. Michael Conforto, who has struggled at the plate, is drawing criticism and attention from the coaching staff. With a batting average of just .146 and 2 home runs over 32 games, his performance has definitely raised red flags. The Dodgers' response? Quiet moves behind the scenes. Dave Roberts confirmed the team will add to its taxi squad, anticipating the possibility of a prolonged absence. And the speculation is heating up. Adolis García of the Rangers is emerging as a potential target. The 2023 American League Championship Series MVP could be a strong addition to help maintain the Dodgers' offensive firepower in case Teoscar misses time. With several pitchers available and a solid base of young arms, the Dodgers have the pieces to make a deal with Texas. And even though Garcia's numbers have dipped slightly since his last All-Star appearance, his power and one more year of arbitration eligibility make him a low-risk, high-upside option. The possible addition of Adolis García brings more than just a big name. Despite the playoff resume and recent success, Garcia's 2024 numbers raise concerns. Through 34 games, he's hitting .217 with a .375 slugging percentage and only 4 home runs. He's struck out 32 times while drawing just 6 walks in 130 plate appearances, showing an aggressive but currently inefficient offensive profile. Known for his situational power, García is prone to streaks and struggles against pitchers with good command. Still, at 32 years old, he remains under contract through the end of 2027, which adds trade value. For the Rangers, a return package from the Dodgers likely wouldn't be huge, perhaps prospects outside the top 30 or a major league-ready arm for the starting rotation, something Los Angeles has in abundance. The Dodgers' interest in the Cuban slugger seems more about adding depth than seeking an immediate impact, and in that context, it makes a lot of sense for a roster that's constantly chasing greatness. For Adolis García, joining the Dodgers would represent a significant change in competitive environment, and at the same time, a unique opportunity to rediscover his best baseball. Leaving the Texas Rangers, a team in partial rebuild with plenty of ups and downs since their 2023 AL title, to join a club like the Dodgers means stepping from a state of instability into a setting where every detail is meticulously planned, every game is crucial, and every individual performance directly impacts the quest for a championship. He'd be joining not just one of the most star-studded lineups in the league, but also one of the most advanced support systems in MLB. That means fine-tuning adjustments, daily monitoring, detailed game plans, and an environment that fosters both tactical and mental growth. In Texas, García often carried part of the offensive load, especially when the rest of the roster underperformed. In Los Angeles, he'd be a complementary piece, which, ironically, might be the ideal role for someone with his profile. With less pressure to be the focal point and more protection in the lineup, flanked by the likes of Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Will Smith, García could focus on what he does best, making hard contact, staying aggressive in hitter-friendly counts, and delivering impact in key moments. Opposing rotations would have to choose carefully when to challenge him, since pitching around him would expose other elite hitters. Defensively, Garcia's value would also shine. He's an athletic outfielder with a strong arm and good instincts, capable of handling the corners effectively. On a team that values versatility, his presence would bring depth and stability, especially in situations where players like Betts or Ohtani need rest throughout the long season. And finally, there's the intangible factor, the boost of being in a veteran clubhouse built to win, led by figures like Freeman and Clayton Kershaw, even when sidelined, still hold major influence behind the scenes. Players who come through Los Angeles often talk about how the championship-driven atmosphere pushes them to raise their standards and preparation. For Garcia, it would be more than a simple team switch. It would be a move into an organization where talent is amplified by structure, discipline, and title ambition. Even with modest numbers so far in 2024, he could find in the Dodgers the perfect setting to reignite his offensive power, and more importantly, contribute meaningfully to a campaign that, as always in LA, has its sights set on the World Series. From the Dodgers' perspective, the potential addition of Adolis García at this stage of the season would be a direct and strategic answer to the absence of Teoscar Hernández, which leaves a gap both in the outfield and in the lineup's power production. Hernández's injury, still surrounded by uncertainty, pushes the organization to consider immediate solutions that not only fill the physical void but also maintain the offensive intensity, and that's exactly where Garcia could fit in. Even in a down year statistically, Garcia has a recent track record of being a difference maker. His presence would add a fresh dimension to the Dodgers lineup, a right-handed bat with game-changing power, someone who's already shown he can deliver in high-stakes moments. While his batting average and strikeouts are a concern, his profile aligns with what the Dodgers often look for in rotational pieces, players with high upside and the potential to contribute in a structured system. With Hernández out, the team loses home run production and a physical force in right field. Garcia might not replicate Teoscar's full impact, but he brings similar tools, pop in the bat, decent speed on the bases, and a strong glove in the corners. He's also playoff tested, something the Dodgers clubhouse always values highly. Additionally, Garcia would help stabilize the outfield rotation without putting too much pressure on younger players like Andy Pages or relying on someone like Michael Conforto, who hasn't found his rhythm in 2025. Garcia would be, in that sense, a steady bridge between now and Teoscar's eventual return, and depending on performance, possibly a long-term piece for the rest of the season and beyond. One more key factor, Garcia is under contract through 2027, giving the team more flexibility. This wouldn't be a short-term rental but a moderate investment with potential multi-year payoff. With the Dodgers' depth in pitching, including young arms ready to contribute, the deal could be made without sacrificing long-term assets. Simply put, Adolis Garcia in Dodger blue makes strategic sense, brings logical upside, and fits without requiring a system overhaul. He comes in to strengthen, not to carry. And in that role, his impact could be greater than the stat sheet suggests. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think? Is the potential addition of Adolis Garcia to the Dodgers a smart move to cover for Teoscar Hernández's absence, or a risky play in the middle of the postseason race? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, Dodgers Nation.